Stibbity boop, let us go. Again, I never know how to intro a stream. It's always like random noises or just the most random shit ever. But anyway, as you can probably tell from the name of the episode, if I remembered to update it, which I hope I did, it is transfer talk. And if you haven't seen the updated thing, if you were watching live, then just refresh the stream. But yes, this is transfer talk, and my plan is every Friday to when I am streaming, if I do stream on the Friday, just for the next few weeks, is to talk about transfers. And then when I do FIFA 19, when like December rolls around, I'll do like transfer rumours. And then when I get to say like midway through, well then all the way through January, just do a bit of transfer talk, just talk about transfers, what's going on and all that stuff. And I've just noticed as well that Victor Goddamn Moses has actually dropped off in his overall. If I go to attributes, yeah, Victor Moses down by 1. The 31-year-old is decreasing. Kind of annoyed about that. Oh wait a minute, stream being a bit awkward, or is it just... No, it's just been a bit awkward. Silly stream. But yeah, man's going down a bit in his stats. Ball control. Why ball control? Marking, shot power, crossing, dribbling, finishing. I mean, acceleration somewhat makes sense because he's old. Stamina down by 4. I think we might need to train up a new right back sooner rather than later. I mean, Buck can do a job if Moses is tired or injured or just drops off too much, but I think we might need a new right back, people. I think that might be the plan. So just check out my youth academy. Actually, that'd be a good start. Youth academy, and let's see if we get any right backs in here. We got Ollie Morgan. Didn't I promote a right back last episode? Squad. Bit annoyed that Moses is actually dropping off. I'm pretty sure I did promote a right back. There he is, yeah, Aeneas. What I'll do is I'll train up this guy till he gets to 60 overall, and then I can make a decision on his future. Right back's got there, yeah. I think as well Van Bergen might be back from injury. Or he's just disappeared off the face of the earth. No, he's there, Van Bergen, back from injury, sweet. Right, he's back in for Ibe. Ibe will come back in on that left side for Delgado Serna, and Delgado Serna will go on the bench for Nabangna. And that way we've got a midfielder, we've got an attacking midfielder, a centre mid, well a centre attacking mid who can play left and right, same with Delgado Serna and Isaac as well. So we've got good people there. Yeah, we'll train up Neas though and see how good he can get. But yeah, a bit annoying that Moses is dropping off. But yeah, it's transfer talk Friday. That is the new name for episodes I do on Friday. And I might do like a transfer special after transfer deadline day, or like a couple of days after transfer deadline day, where I go through all the transfers from every single Premier League club, discuss them, go through the biggest transfers from around the world, and then go through like Wigan transfers and all that stuff. That'll be the plan once the transfer window closes. But up until then, we've got games to play, and this episode, actually give me a second, I'm going to count some things out. So we've got 1, 2, 3 games this episode, definitely 3, no more, no less. We've got Derby, West Brom and West Ham, and then we've got Palace, Southampton and Bournemouth. So what might happen is on Monday and potentially Tuesday, a longer stream, so to speak, maybe like 4 games, because well, it all depends what happens against Burnley. If I get through against Burnley and get to the FA Cup final, one of the streams will just be a bit longer and I'll play the FA Cup final, and then after that I'll do all these squad report stuff and all that stuff. But for now, we've got to focus on the Premier League. We've only got 8 games remaining and we are currently 3 points behind leaders Man United, who we play now. So this is probably the biggest game ever. Sign Gray. Transfers. You mean Demarai Gray, Sam? If it is Demarai Gray, then I can potentially sign him next season. Andre Gray, though, actually, Andre Gray might not be a bad shout. this is just for me in general. Andre Gray, might sign him next season. But yeah, Demarai Gray might not be a bad shout either. I'll shortlist him as a left winger. We do have better left midfielders, so for now I'm mainly focused on... If anyone knows any right backs we can get, then let me know about them. But for now I'm going to play against United. I'm also going to change the match ball back to the official one, because now I'm out the Champions League. Sorry, I can just get the default ball back. Sweet. Right, so that's our team, and like I said, I do need a new right back for next season, because I mean Acosta is absolutely brilliant, 82 overall. We could put Fosu Mensah at right back, but he's a solid centre back. But Moses is dropping off in his overall. He'll keep going down. I am not going to sell Moses because I love the guy in real life. One of my favourite players, if not my favourite player at the moment. If not, he is my favourite player at the moment. Although Schürrle creeping back up in there now, he's back in the Premier League. And I get to watch him pretty much week in, week out if he does play on, you know, highlights and match of the day and stuff like that. Pavard. I could get Pavard. Now people like... He's had an okay tournament in the World Cup, Pavard, whatever his name is. He scored that good goal, yeah. Quality finish. He won't score a goal like that again. If he does, then I'll eat my hat for shit. But yeah, I don't think he's that good. I think he had a good tournament, but he's young, so he's got time to improve. But he wasn't that good defensively. He wasn't like the best defensive player for France. The best defensive player probably was Raphael Varane, without a doubt. Then probably Hernandez, then Pavard. Pavard was the worst defensive player for them, but Hernandez and Umtiti were pretty good. Not great. I mean, defensively Hernandez was better than Umtiti, but Umtiti was better attacking. You know, again, headed goals and all that stuff. But Varane was by far the best defender. Quality player Varane, and if Real Madrid keep him, then fair play to him. But he's a very good player who could go anywhere. There's a cross-come shot from Moses. But yeah, this episode, I want you to guys... So any recent transfers, I want you guys to talk about. If you have a transfer you want me to talk about, I'll go ahead and do it. If I've talked about it before, then I might mention it again very quickly. But I'm going to go through, not transfer rumours, this is more confirmed transfers. So stuff like Rob Green joining Chelsea, Schürrle joining Fulham. I'll talk about them in more, in depth, to be honest. Talk about why I think it's happened. Do I think it'll be a good one? I want you guys to give your opinion as well. Do you think it was like good transfers? So I'll do one, well, depending on how many transfers I can think of. Would say bad hair. And depending on how many transfers you guys mention, I might do just one person per game. So at the moment it's Fosu Mensah, by the way, against his old club. By the way, at the moment, sorry, it's Schürrle we're going to talk about, Rob Green. And also, I might talk about Brighton's new signing, the striker, I can't remember his name. But yeah, be interesting to see what happens with Rob Green at Chelsea. I think that's the first person I'm going to speak about. He is the title character, so to speak, in this episode. And yeah, your guys' opinions on Rob Green, former former England #1. I say Wigan because I'm playing as Wigan now. But former England #1, somehow. Obviously, at that time, England had no keepers. But yeah, former England #1. And current injury-prone, I don't know, bench warmer extraordinaire. Do you think Chelsea should have signed him? Why do you think Chelsea have signed him? Does that mean that Courtois definitely is going? And that, you know, Chelsea need to bring in a keeper just in case? You know, and they've got Rob Green as a backup and Caballero as... Sorry, Rob Green as a backup, yeah, and Caballero as the main keeper next year. Is that like the reason Rob Green's in, just in case? But in that case, why not keep Jamal Blackman? Why not keep the other keepers? And are you fucking... Thank you, Harris. If they scored a goal like that. Scored a hat-trick with the kit man, Casmadell. Nice one, dude. Fair play to you. I did watch some of your videos, by the way, Sam, and obviously you know that quality's not perfect, but some good goals. Well, especially that the one video I remember watching properly was the kind of overhead kick from just inside the 6-yard box or just outside the 6-yard box. That was a good finish, that. And Chaplin, by the way, just got done by Theo. Is that Theo Hernandez? The guy from... That's the guy from France I was talking about before. Yeah, pretty good goals there, dude. You're not that bad of a player. It's one thing, you're going to get better and better as the games go on. And maybe FIFA 19 might be your game, and maybe I'll be terrible at FIFA 19. It takes me about a month, usually, to learn the game. Especially in an online sense. But, so FIFA 18, I'm doing quite well. That is my thinking, yes, Sam. I think Rob Green will become a goalkeeping coach for Chelsea. But then at the same time, we've got a lot of former keepers like Cudicini. I believe he is at Chelsea at the moment as a goalkeeper coach. Got people like Schwarzer who can come back and would probably help out. Got people like Petr Cech. When he retires, if he doesn't come back to Chelsea, I'll be astounded, because he will definitely become a goalkeeper coach. In my eyes, that Ibe pass was shocking. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Is that he will come back and be a goalkeeper coach in the future, or just an under-18s goalkeeper coach, or something along those lines. But other than that, I don't see why we've got him. He hasn't played properly in like a good while, especially not in the Premier League. It's been like, what, 3 years since he's played in the Premier League? What's up, Tim? How's it going? We're just talking about Rob Green joining Chelsea. What do you think of the transfer? Do you think it was a good one? Why do you think he's joined? And, you know, just why, really? Because as a Chelsea fan, that's what I'm saying to myself over and over again. Also, at the same time, why was Moses so slow then? Yeah, but like, yeah, that's what we're talking about at the moment. Rob Green. He's joined Chelsea. Why? Sam and me have an opinion that he's going to be a goalkeeper coach, potentially. But other than that, I am struggling for reasons why. And I'm just picking at straws here. I definitely don't know why he's joining. I think it'll all become clear by the end of the transfer window. And I think it all depends on what happens with Thibaut. Good old Thibaut Courtois that Chelsea fans now hate because of the way he's being. Which is understandable. And at the same time, we'll find out just with everything else as well. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, Chaplin's very unlucky. That bounced away from him, really. And it's Sergio Roberto. Sergio Roberto, remember him? He's kind of dropped off a bit. I thought he might be a bit of a transfer rumour this transfer window, but apparently not. Do you support Wigan, Adam? Yes, I do. I live in Wigan. It's my local team. I've got to support my local team. And, yeah, my main team is Chelsea, but I do support Wigan as well. People saying you can't support two teams, especially in the same league. It's like, well, it's the same country, should I say. It's not. I'll support my local team, but I did want to choose who I supported, and I chose Chelsea back in the days of 2001, 2002, I believe. 2002, 2003. Basically, before Chelsea got money, I started supporting Chelsea, and it was like, I supported them when I was 5. 2-3 years later, they got money, and it was like, back then I had not a clue what was going on. I was more like, oh look, they got a person called Hasselbank and Crespo and Good Johnson. And I was like, look, they got cool names. That's all I give a shit about. But yeah, that is when I supported Chelsea. But yeah, I do support Wigan. They're my main team. Sign Adam Taggart, the guy who scored your overhead kick. I might do. Oh well, how? Oh, whoa, that's a bit dodgy. 2-0 to us. Yeah, Tim, yeah, maybe a goalkeeper coach. And if you are joining, by the way, Adam, if you do, well, if you even care about Chelsea, why do you think Rob Green has joined Chelsea? At the moment, it seems to be the... I still don't know how Van Bergen scored that. The opinion seems to be goalkeeper coach. Third choice keeper / goalkeeper coach at the moment. Personally, I would rather sign like Schmeichel and Butland. You know, so sell Courtois, get about 70-80 million for him, and then bring in Schmeichel and Butland for like 80 million combined, then have like a good competition for first team keeper, and then Caballero can be the backup keeper. That'll be my personal thing. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird. 2-0 by the way against Man United, who are current league leaders, which is good. You live in Wigan too? Nice one, dude. I'm not going to ask where. I don't want you to tell me either, because let's not get that personal, but Wigan's a relatively big area, so I'm happy about that you live in a you know, live local-ish to Wigan. And who knows, if I get big on YouTube, we could do fan meetups. I'm never going to do a fan meetup, by the way. Unless I get huge, in which case, yeah, fuck it, why not? Go to like RTX London or some shit like that, who knows. But I doubt I'll ever get that big. I doubt it. I'm just happy where I am. Well, no, I'm not. I would rather have, like, you know, 1 million subscribers and all that shit, but, you know, I like doing what I do. Especially if I'm winning games like I currently am. Especially against Man United with Jordan Ibe having a bit of a fucking play around. Laying it off to Mitchell Van Bergen. 3-0. We are doing well. Van Bergen, say Van Bergen, back in the team. We start winning games. I haven't changed any sliders. I'm going to very quickly show you just in case you were wondering. And Sam can attest to when we started off the stream, it was on Legendary. And you can, again, I'm going to release this as a full stream on YouTube afterwards. You can all check for yourselves. I can't change it live on stream. Although, I'm not sure if he's actually here or not, Zebras, but he does a career mode as well on stream. He streams at different times. He's Australian, so obviously it's massively different. But yeah, if you don't know who he is, check him out. He's on my channel page actually, so if you go to my channel, check the sidebar, he'll be the second person in that list. The first person is Cheesebud, but I'll talk more about him later on. He's potentially going to be streaming as well, so I've got a few people might be streaming, so you guys can watch. When I do take a bit of a break next week because of family stuff, family visiting and all that stuff, and I can't be streaming when there's family around. But yeah, Zebras actually had sliders on that made the keeper worse. I don't think he knew about it, but it was very strange to see, like, yeah, I'll check the sliders just to prove something, and then he was like, oh shit, my sliders are actually really fucked up. And I was like, oh crap. He changed it back immediately though, and then carried on. But yeah, it was weird to see that it was changed. And again, people change sliders all the time. I used to change them playing against like friends and family, like, you know, screw it, I'll put a slider on to make it super difficult for me and super easy for them, or make it so the shot power is 100, like, you know, stuff like that. Make it insane and stupid. Speaking of insane and stupid, Connor Chaplin somehow won that ball back. Calvert-Lewin, Eric Bailly, good player Eric Bailly. I think if he stays injury free, he'll be United's best player next season. Has a lot of pressure, but, well, obviously got De Gea, but he'll be United's best defender, should I say, not including obviously De Gea. Oh, I saw Motherwell in the comments, well, in the chat, and I was like, what? Acosta, come on, let's get ourselves this fourth goal. Chaplin's arriving, Pogba well defended. Very quickly going to read chat. Are you going to get a season ticket for Wigan this season? I'm not, because I actually work at Wigan, so every time Wigan play, I'm there working. Butland saved a penalty with his foot in a FA Cup penalty shootout. He decided the penalty shootout, nice. And Tim said he started a Motherwell live stream career. Shit, Tim, I did not know that. If you want Tim, post, I'm not sure if you actually can post it in chat or not, but post a link to your channel in chat. And if you guys are interested, you've got another guy doing a career mode. I'll happily endorse a guy who watches my streams. Doesn't ask for promotion, but I'll give it. I'm nice, I am kind, I'm Xerxes. Guy from 300, what's his name? Bald guy, tall guy, thinks he's a god. It is Xerxes, isn't it? That's me, by the way, because I'm kind. If you don't know who that is, by the way, watch 300 and Rise of an Empire. Pretty good films. Solid, like, 7s out of 10. Fucking De Gea's a solid wank out of 10, he's a prick. Yeah, Motherwell are a bit shit. If I do finish this Wigan career mode, and like I've decided I've done as much as I can with it, False Mentor almost scoring a brilliant goal there, then I might actually start another career mode just for live stream one, where I get everyone's opinions and do one just on FIFA 18, maybe for like 2-3 seasons, but with like a team from the MLS, a team from Australia, a team from like Holland or something. No, a team that I couldn't really do a massive career mode with, but something like that. And let's say a team that's not got Champions League football, because next year every YouTuber is going to do Champions League. That's a foul because of the stuff. Was that the Wigan Open Day yesterday? That's what it was. Oh yeah, Gene, good shout there for a potential topic of conversation, which makes sense considering we're playing United. But first of all, Adam, I knew there was something going on at Wigan yesterday, but I didn't know it was an open day. But no, I wasn't there. I just work match days for Wigan anyway. Ref, hello. Can you give me that decision? You knob. I don't concede. Thank you, Gomez. Win that header as well. No, Moses. Moses. Ooh, I thought he scored. But yeah, Gene. Hopefully you're okay, by the way, Gene. I know you had surgery not so long ago. I'm hoping it's all recovered now and you're feeling back to yourself. Although I don't know how long your recovery time is, but, you know, hoping you're feeling better. But Gene did mention Harry Maguire, England's World Cup, well, one of England's World Cup heroes, him and Trippier, probably the best two. Obviously Harry Kane was up there, but man was on his own for a bit of time there, and I felt bad for him after a while. I don't feel bad for United though, but Rashford, kind of feel bad for Rashford, not really getting much game time, especially when Sterling couldn't do shit. But yeah, he said Harry Maguire potentially joining United for £60 million. Now, we'll first talk about Maguire to United, and we'll discuss that. And then we'll talk about the transfer fee afterwards. But for now, oh my god, is he onside? He can't be onside. Anthony Martial's onside. Oh, Fosu Mensah, man. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant tackle from Fosu Mensah. Needed to be as well. That's offside though, isn't it? Nope. Calvert-Lewin. Burst of pace. Jordan Ibe arriving. And scoring. 4-0 against United. Boom. Get in there. Wellington Phoenix, I support them. I might do Wellington Phoenix career mode. In 19, I'm going to do a small league like Ireland or Scotland again. You don't live in Wellington, no problem. Norway will be bad. But yeah, what do you guys think about Maguire joining United? Should he join United? And then, you know, if he does join United, then is Smalling going to leave? Because I can't see Smalling staying if Maguire joins. Maguire seemed to be the replacement for Chris Smalling. And if Smalling does leave, would he go to Leicester? I think that would be a pretty good deal for Leicester. Cash in on Maguire while you can, and then get yourself a relatively solid centre-back. Pretty tall, pretty good for Leicester's defence. But yeah, Maguire to United, sorry. Personally, I think it makes sense for United to buy him. He's good English centre-back. Not necessarily super young, but youngish. Van Bergen, by the way, was at the back stick, but I'm going to hit it to Jordan Ibe's fucking elbow. Look at that. Sam sub to you, Tim. You're welcome, man. I've got you a sub. I've got you a sub. And it's a loyal sub as well. A guy who's full of knowledge. So if you do a career mode, man will have knowledge about teams and all that stuff. So, you know, you've got a good subscriber there. An active subscriber. Right. Damn it. Sign Sean Maguire. Who the fuck is Sean Maguire? By the way, we won 4-0. And also, Harry Maguire, interesting fact, did play for Wigan. Crazy, I know. A guy who is now a potential World Cup, well, England's World Cup hero. By the way, we did really well then. We actually did really well. Yeah, one of Wigan's former players is now, he was only on loan, I believe, but one of Wigan's former players off doing bits and potentially joining United and all that stuff. It is insane. Sorry about that. Opening a drink. First do at this. Back on top of the league, by the way, but holy shit, look at that. First of all, Arsenal beating Spurs. That's insane. Jesus, that drink strong. Oh, Sean Maguire Preston striker. I might do. But look at this league table, people. Look at this league table. Chelsea, United and City have all won, drawn and lost the same amount of games. Chelsea have scored more and conceded more. United have conceded the least, joint least, and also scored the second most. And City have conceded the least, but scored the least as well from the top. Wow, like the top 12 teams, City are the lowest scorers. Other than like the bottom 4 teams as well, City are not doing well in terms of goals scored. Like, we've almost doubled them, that's how bad they're doing. But look at that, 56 points for every team in the top 4. I have never seen it so bad. Ah yeah, Slabhead did play for Wigan. It is a mad table, Adam. It is a very mad table. A good old Slabhead Harry Maguire. I can't believe he did that. In an interview, he basically outed his nickname, which was Slabhead. And that's it, you're done. He's done now. That is his nickname for ever and ever. It's like Jamie Vardy's having a party and all that shit. It's going to be insane. But anyway, yeah, short thoughts on Maguire. I think it's a perfect fit for United. I don't think he's worth 60 million. I think what they should do is 30 million plus Smalling would be a reasonable deal. If anything, a bit too much. Or maybe even 20 million plus Smalling. I think that would be good for both sides. Swansea should be in a title fight. If you haven't seen my videos before, then Swansea, for some reason, have established a brilliant squad, and I don't know how. Yet they are currently in 13th, 15th. Rapid. Oh my god, they're not going to get relegated because the bottom. Seriously, this table is fucked. We've got the bottom 5 teams: Derby, Sunderland, West Brom, Newcastle, and Leicester, all below 30 points with 7 games left. Swansea got a 10 points clear of that, but then it's like Swansea in a bit of a middle ground, and then you've got Palace, Bournemouth, Brighton, Liverpool, Southampton, Everton, all within like 6 points, 7 points of each other, even Stoke. Very awkward and weird table. Bray are last in Ireland. Ooh, I was looking at Bray and Shamrock. Shamrock and Bray will be good career mode teams, especially Shamrock Rovers, because Shamrock, innit, it's Irish. Proper Irish, the Shamrock Rovers. I don't know what that was meant to be. I think he was meant to be Irish, but it came out a bit fucking stupid, boyo. God, that was really shit. I can do better. I will do better. Right. Train up Arneas, potential future right back. I want to see how good this motherfucker is. Because he could be replacing Victor Goddamn Moses in a few years. Well, depending on how long his career goes for, a few years' time. He's got pretty good stamina as well, so that's good. Let's train up. I've got to give Van Bergen more drills, realistically, because he's so good. Although his agility is 99. He's 99. 99 is fucking agility. Right, train his stamina a bit. I'll keep that one drill for him. Let's train up. Delgado Soon has reached his peak, I think. Niemanen, I do like Niemanen. He's very young, and I think I've overtrained Niemanen, so I'll leave him for now. I'll train up. Let's do Fosu Mensah. Let's get him into one of our better players, and I'll also train up the keeper, who is Nurminen. Let's give him a few drills as well. Let's work on that handling and kicking, my friend. Oh, Adam signing. Well, wait, Tim, you have to do him now. Plus, you've got Adam going to subscribe to you. Hopefully, they'll be watching your videos and giving you tips / hate. Not hate. We don't want a situation like that again. If you don't remember, I think he's actually unsubscribed now, which I'm happy about, but there was a guy called Man's Not Hot Pep, and he had an episode. It was interesting to see. Right, who am I signing? Taggart, Adam Taggart. I'm not necessarily going to sign him, but I will look for him. Adam Taggart, striker. Perth fucking glory. I will scout him, and then I'm going to continue on because I'm currently sweating. I'm sweating my balls off, and it is so hot. It's like 30 degrees in my room at the moment, and I don't know air conditioning because obviously I live in England. Air conditioning is not a thing. Gene also subscribing to Tim. Tim, just being in this stream, you've gained. Oh fuck, we're playing Swansea. You're welcome. I'm not saying you're welcome, but there you go. Hopefully.